True or false? We can only steam our frozen vegetables. That answer is false. Stay tuned as I show you how we can cook these guys in the air fryer. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shelly. I'm a dietitian specializing in weight loss and women's health. And I've had my personal struggles with weight loss, holding on to my last 15 pounds of baby weight, as well as excruciating migraines. Throughout what I was taught in school years ago, discovered the keto, low carb, and anti-inflammatory lifestyle, peeled off my baby weight, haven't had a migraine since. And in this channel, I share with you all the tips and tricks that I've learned so that you can live your best life. And if you're new here, I would be honored if you would subscribe. In today's episode, we're throwing out two myths. The myths that, a frozen vegetable can only be cooked in our microwave or steamed on the stovetop, and the myth that we can take it from kind of that mushy flavor to a really crisp roast. I love frozen vegetables. They're picked when they're mature, so kind of at their peak of freshness, and all they do really is blanch them. So we boil them and then we throw them in a big vat of cold water and then they're packaged. Frozen vegetables are also quite affordable. Lots of times our favorite supermarkets run them for that dollar sale. So please do stock up, but stock up only for about 3 months. That's how long they'll have in the freezer. And really the best news of all is that they don't have to be that mushy flavor.
Jesus.
Years ago we would just say, oh, just steam them and that's it. Don't even put salt, pepper, don't even put any kind of oil on there. And we know nowadays with research that that is completely different. A couple things to watch out when picking your frozen vegetables. Remember, we always want to look at the ingredient. I really push for you to pick the frozen vegetable that the ingredient is just the vegetable. It's super unfortunate that food companies now are kind of throwing those targets out because they know the importance of low carb. They see how keto and anti-inflammatory is really taking over the world.
Whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
So they may package a product and unfortunately have some items that they throw in there. For example, some of those oils that we don't like our soybean oils. We really just want to pick that frozen vegetable package that just has that vegetable, and we add our own flavors to it. We also tend to overcook our frozen vegetables, and this is a really bad idea.
Bad idea.
This happens when we overcook it in the microwave, or perhaps cook it on our stovetop and it steams and then it loses its color. So it gets ugly, which our kids hate, and which I hate to eat something that kind of looks ugly. And then it turns to mush, which all that happens is you're just gonna have a bunch of plate waste and throw it away. But no fear, we're bringing out our trusty air fryer. And it's at this point in our episode, I really wanna thank our friends over at Swepco for sponsoring this video. Using our air fryer definitely cuts time in the kitchen and it cuts a lot of our energy costs. Today, we're gonna demonstrate by using our broccoli, and we have a help from a couple of other ingredients. We have our Redmond real salt, spray olive oil, some pepper. Our first step is one that you haven't seen me do on this channel, and that is we're gonna preheat our air fryer. We're gonna preheat it for about 5 minutes. This will allow the air fryer basket to get hot, so that way when the frozen vegetable touches it, it will automatically start to melt that ice. Next, we go ahead and pour a tablespoon of water into our air fryer tray. This will prevent the air fryer from smoking while it is cooking. The next step is the most important step, and that is we do not want to defrost our frozen vegetables. If we start to thaw, if there starts to get a little bit of water in here, what happens is the air fryer almost has to catch up because it not only has to evaporate that water, but then it has to cook the vegetables. So we don't save that time. Best piece of advice is the second you realize that your air fryer is done with the preheating process, pull out your basket, pull your water, grab your scissors, go ahead and cut for your veggies in there. Yes, there are some ice crystals, but that's okay because the air fryer, the air circulates around the entire vegetable or the entire food that's in there and helps to cook it, and that will give it its crispiness. We then quickly, before we start getting the thaw process, spray with nonstick cooking spray, and remember, as always, read the ingredients on the label. The only ingredient in here is extra virgin olive oil. Y'all know my love for seasonings, so we will add, our Redmond real salt, salt, and we will add some pepper. And of course, when this is complete, y'all, we're gonna add some more. We're really gonna doctor it up, but we wanna get this in here right away so that that vegetable doesn't thaw. Now, cook time. With cook time with anything, I encourage you to look at the cook time on your specific air fryer. I do have a chart below. You can click the link in the description box with generalized air fryer times, but because this is frozen, we add an additional 5 minutes. Typically, air fryer broccoli is about 10 minutes, so we're gonna cook this for 15. I'm really excited about this because the broccoli has really come to a crisp, and that's the biggest complaint, remember, about our steamed in the bag vegetables is that they're pretty mushy. Not right here. I'm gonna go ahead and doctor it up a little bit more. I will pour about a teaspoon of our olive oil on here. I'm gonna add, of course, a little bit more of that Redmond real salt. I'd love to use my spatula. Y'all know I'm team spatula. Give this a little toss, very gently though. We don't want to break the broccoli up, and this looks amazing. I promise the entire family will love it. And you know what, gang? As always, I have to take a little bite. So here we go. Very crisp. The family will not know that this came from a freezer bag. So good.
Nice.
If you have any more tips for cooking vegetables in the air fryer, be sure to comment below. I would love to hear them. If you love this video, be sure to give it a like. I'm Shelly. I hope to see you soon. Mwah. So good.